You guys are gonna have to excuse the washer, but the fish are here. They just arrived. Believe it or not, they were supposed to arrive at 10 a.m. It's already 3 p.m. So they're quite a bit late. Luckily here in California, we have about 80-degree weather. So I trust the place I ordered it from. The weather's been good. I think they should be fine, but let's keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best. I should call this the trusty rusty blade. The good news is I see no signs of water that's been leaking. There we go, Ocean Devotion. Let's see what we have here. Oh, so we got some cool stickers. We got a business card from Adam himself, his website, email. Thank you so much for the business. Enjoy the fish. Thanks, Ocean Devotion. Yeah, guys, before I do open up this package, I do want to, first and foremost, this is not paid by them by any means. I paid for these fish, paid for shipping, paid for everything. But not only do they sell fish, nice fish, great fish, but if you're someone that doesn't have a quarantine or doesn't feel like quarantining, they sell fully quarantined fish. You can go pick the fish you want, then you can quarantine it. Also making sure the fish is eating pellets, flakes, mysis, frozen, whatever you want, they do that. So if you guys are looking for not only great fish at a great price, but fully quarantined, I highly urge you guys to check out Ocean Devotion. They got a website. You can see his number. They got Instagram. I think they have Facebook as well. Actually, these are really nice business cards. Enough with that. The heat pads are actually a little bit warm still, which is actually very good. But like I said, our weather's been really good. So I see movement, which is a good sign. Oh, do I see movement? That thing is beautiful right there. Wait, is that mine or? So the first things you want to check is making sure that there's no leaking of water. Make sure all the fish have water. From what I can see, there's movement everywhere. So that one looks good. Okay, try not to stress them out too much. Oh, that one for sure is mine. A buddy and I actually split the shipping. Yeah, I think one of these is mine. I should have a total of 3 fish. Oh, yep. And this one for sure is mine. And I think this is a blue as well, but that's a yellow belly right there. The water doesn't seem too cold. Everything still looks really good. I think the important thing is to get these things floated, get the temperature up in them, and obviously get them inside the tank. So recount, we have a sailfin, we have a fox, and then lastly, we have a blue. And here's the last bag going in. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna float them for about probably about 45 minutes. Also, another thing I've researched, that anytime you have fish that have been exposed to ammonia, such as in a bag like this, when you open this bag and fresh oxygen is introduced, it's actually gonna create a reaction. And I've read it on multiple forums. I think I even saw it in a video. When that reaction's made, it's very important that the fish is actually taken out of the water it's been in and put into new water. In my case, they're going to be taken out and put into the aquarium. Normally, you'd want to drip acclimate them a little bit, but since they've been in these bags for quite a while, that reaction's going to... I think I actually saw it in a bulk reef supply video, but anyways, that reaction's going to take place with the ammonia reacting with the fresh oxygen. So you're actually better off just grabbing them and putting them inside the tank once you have them temperature acclimated. I might also add, being a quarantine tank, I like to keep this tank at a salinity of where general wholesalers or fish people or people that sell fish only systems keep their salinity. So I'm not too worried about a pH difference. I'm not worried about salinity difference. If anything, it's going to be a lower salinity and fish do absolutely great going from higher to lower than they do from going to lower to higher salinity. I'm actually going to take my friend's fish, both the fox face and the yellow belly, and actually start floating them too, because again, all these fish have been in that lower temperature, if you will. So, it wouldn't be a bad idea to also start floating them. It's been over an hour already. They've been floating, so the temperature should be fine. What I'm going to do is get one of these buckets ready, get them in. If you are dealing with the quarantine, it's very important that you have equipment for the quarantine only, and then only gets used in the quarantine. Last thing you want is introducing copper to your main display, because that won't be good. So I have individual buckets, I have individual siphons, I have individual nets, I even have individual salinity tester here. The Hana one, you can see it says quarantine. So make sure you have designated stuff for your quarantine, because we do not want to get copper into our display. So this one's one of mine, the Selfin, the black dot, I think that's what it's called, the black dot fox face. And then lastly, this one looks very nice. I mean, for being a stressed fish and having all that blue, it's beautiful. Here's all three of them. So like I mentioned before, now that you've introduced oxygen into the bags, from what I've heard from Bulk Reef Supply, and I remember that one video they made and what I've read, you can actually start burning the gills. I guess it's a reaction that happens. So once you have temperature acclimated them, you can go ahead and transfer them into the tank. Oh, it's a beautiful fish. Crazy how they change color when they're really stressed. And the blue tang. There we go. We can discard of this water. I'm trying not to get too close to the tank to not stress them out too much, but you can see the blue tang, foxface, selfin, and coal tang is in there. One interesting thing is the coal tang has been in there for a few days, but he's been very, very shy. Like, he would not even think about coming out if he would see me here. As soon as he saw the other tangs come in, he's a lot bolder. He's actually protecting that spot. So I'm gonna have to go a little bit later to buy at least one more of those PVCs, if not two, so they can all have more than enough hiding spots. So far, they're doing really good. I see no crazy signs of parasites, nothing like that. Everything, look at him, he's coming out. Yeah, he protects his space. I also fed him a little bit ago. I saw the fox face pick a little bit, the selfin picked a little bit, and the blue tang also picked a little bit. Before we do start the medication, and I'm gonna do this all the time, I wanna make sure the fish are eating. As it is, medication can be pretty stressful. Last thing you want to do is medication and not having a fish eating. It's not going to be a good day. So make sure they are eating. Once they are eating, we can totally start the medication and then take it from there. We're going to wrap this video up here. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. More importantly, hopefully you were able to learn something or follow along and maybe use something for your new methods when you get some new fish. Now I know there's probably a few more questions that are going to get asked, such as what am I dosing, for how long, exactly what medications, more importantly, what am I doing to handle the ammonia? Because I can almost guarantee a lot of you are seeing all these fish here. You see about 10 mollies, you see 4 bigger fish, and you're saying, how in the heck are you keeping the ammonia down? Well, believe it or not, I have not had to do a water change. There's a specific product I'm using, such as the media that I've used in the past and actually with great success, and it's the same thing I'm using here. But I'm gonna use a whole video to cover that, because that's a whole nother video on its own, such as medication. More importantly, how am I keeping the ammonia to be undetectable even after having the fish in here for about a week and a half. So stay tuned for that video, guys. I'm gonna be covering it, and more importantly, you guys are gonna be able to follow along. So I'm gonna leave this video here. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. More importantly, I hope you're able to follow along and maybe incorporate a quarantine such as this in your future. So any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them down in the comment box below. If I earned your subscription, please be sure to subscribe. Also, if I earned your thumbs up, it really helps out, guys, keep me motivated to be making more of these videos. Stay tuned for this Sunday's video, guys. We finally are going to be adding water to the Water Bucks 180, so make sure you don't miss that. So I thank each and every one of you very much for watching. As always, happy reefing.